Hello and welcome to another Armies and Plastic review. Today we're going to review the World War I Japanese Army in khaki dress. As always, we're going to take a look at the card, and this set is number 5615. It comes with 16 figures and 8 poses. The art in this card is pretty nice. They look really good. It's realistic, and I like the kind of art style they use. It's pencil on just white paper. Here we have their address and product categories. By the way, fun fact, my favorite category here is World War I, of course. It's just my favorite war era. Here's a quick look at all the poses in action. Now we can look at them individually. Here are some size comparisons with Boer War Americans and Boers, as well as World War I Germans and British. There's a variety of different colors and categories, such as this Boxer Rebellion Japanese Army in blue, and this Mexican Revolution Mexican Federal Army Infantry in white. Both these countries had very identical uniforms. Let's check the date now. The bottom says Armies in Plastic 2013, made in China.
China.
That was back then, but now they're making them in the United States, which is awesome. Alright, let's talk a little more about these figures. So I lined up most of the figures, or actually I think it's all of them. But we're going to start from the right to the left. So we're going to start off with these two shooting guys. We got two standing up and shooting, but this guy isn't like in action pose. Like, I think he's stabbing maybe, using his bayonet, and this guy's just standard firing. I appreciate having all these shooting poses and in action poses, and they just look great standing next to the officer. Moving on, we're gonna look at these three poses. We got some running men. So we got 1, 2, and 3 of these poses, and I think that's pretty nice because it's great for stop motion. So here's a few complaints I have. This kneeling and firing pose has these 2 dots from the mold. I think that's kind of annoying, but you know, I'm just nitpicking really. It's not that bad. Lastly, there's a sad day for this guy right here. His weapon broke off in the packaging where I had him stored in. And that's the thing with this plastic. This plastic is not as resistant as much as the others. And you can see here there's gonna be a few bent guns. And I run them through hot water, just not all of them. But yeah, there's gonna be some broken figures if you leave them in this plastic bag, which I had them in. But now I have them in their individual case, which I'll show you. Here is an example of how I store my Armies in Plastic figures that are either hard plastic or just old. And it keeps them well, it's pretty good. And yeah, it's kind of a... Some people call me a psychopath for stacking them all up together, but nah, I don't mind it. It's what I do. So that's all I have to say about these figures, and the only thing left for me to do is rate them, and I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5 because of that one broken figure, and yeah, that just proves to me that this set has some pretty poor plastic, but it's not that bad. It's just the compression that we're in the bag, but you can avoid that easily if you just take care of them. I recommend you get these figures. There's other colors as well, such as blue and white. And there's a different title for these guys, which is Mexicans again. But yeah, these are good figures. I totally recommend you get these guys. Oh, that is it. Make sure to vote for the next review. Join the Discord, subscribe and like, share, whatever. And yeah, goodbye.